dive. We cut through the noise, get straight to what really matters. Today, we're inviting you to think about an industry. It touches almost everyone's daily life, but honestly, it often stays kind of unseen, maybe even unsung. We're talking about the automotive aftermarket. And it's way more than just, fixing cars. It's a huge, complex system working behind the scenes, keeps our vehicles running safely, efficiently, day after day. So my mission today, we're doing a deep dive into an organization you might not know, the University of the Aftermarket Foundation, or UAF. But based on our sources, we're looking right at their homepage. Their mission statement, this group is, well, it's a critical engine, driving the future of this whole industry. But first, that name, University of the Aftermarket, kind of grabs you right. Doesn't sound like your typical campus. So what does that actually mean? As we'll find out, it's not a place with buildings exactly. It's more like a powerful force, creating future leaders, ensuring there's a skilled workforce for this always changing industry. Think of it like a hidden support system for the roads we all use. Okay, so to really get why the UAF matters, we need to unpack this automotive aftermarket idea first. It's a term you hear, but it's got to be more than just oil changes and new tires, right? What makes it so complex these days?
Oh, absolutely. Way more. And what's really key, our sources stress this, it's not static. They call it ever-changing and increasingly complex, and definitely competitive. Think about it. The pace of change. New sensors, driver-assist systems, hybrids, EVs. I mean, a technician trained just 5 years ago. They need constant updates to handle today's cars safely. The need for ongoing education is just huge. Like Chairman Roger McCollum says, to keep succeeding like they have for over 50 years, the industry has to strive continually to increase the business management skills and professionalism within its ranks. So yeah, it's not just about tools. It's about expertise, innovation, strong leadership, all levels.
And for you listening, that connects directly to, well, the quality and safety of the car you drive every day, your truck, your SUV. The aftermarket isn't just fixing things when they break. It's actually about the whole future of how we get around. Like, every time some new tech comes out, ADAs, electric cars, whatever the aftermarket is, already figuring out how to maintain it, how to service your future car. That kind of behind-the-scenes prep, that's the real story here, keeping things safe, keeping things reliable. Okay, so you've got this really dynamic, demanding industry. How does it make sure there's a steady flow of skilled people coming in? And that's where, obviously, the University of the Aftermarket Foundation comes in. And they've been around a while, too. Started back in 1986. Originally called the AWDA University Foundation.
Right, AWDA, Automotive Warehouse Distributors Association.
Exactly. So its roots are deep in the industry's supply chain side. But what's its core mission today?
It's super clear, actually. Their mission is stated as paving the way for the future leaders of tomorrow and maximizing career potential in the aftermarket.
Right.
But here's the interesting bit, the real insight. The UAF doesn't hand out degrees itself, its main job. It funds them. It's like a support system, empowering people through the schools that already exist.
That's a really important difference. So, okay, if UAF isn't a school itself, how does the funding actually work? How does it turn into education, into careers for people?
Yeah, good question. Its main role, like it says in the mission statement, is providing funding for aftermarket education scholarships and programs, and they award grants all year long. The idea is to support students, yes, but also the development and distribution of the courses themselves. This makes sure education acts as a stabilizing influence in a really fast-moving field. It's about building a solid understanding of industry dynamics so professionals can meet those challenges. It's investing in people's knowledge, basically, keeping the whole industry sharp.
So for you, this isn't just some nice charity thing. It's actually strategic. It's critical. Imagine if the technician working on your complex EV or the person designing its replacement parts was always, like, 5 steps behind the tech. The UAF helps make sure that people keeping your car safe and running well are actually prepared for tomorrow's challenges. It's fundamental, really.
Yeah.
Okay, having a mission is one thing. Seeing the actual impact is another. Let's talk about the real dollars and cents here. The UAF is making a tangible difference. The numbers are pretty impressive. From their own records, since they started, UAF has awarded millions of dollars of scholarships. Millions. That's a huge commitment over decades.
And you can see that impact clearly today. Just in 2023, for example, they awarded 378 scholarships totaling $640,250. Think about that $640,000 in 1 year. That's almost 2 scholarships handed out every single working day. That kind of financial help can be the deciding factor for someone wanting to get into this field. These aren't just numbers, they're career starting.
That's really something for just 1 year. What kinds of students, what career paths are these scholarships helping? Is it mostly technicians or?
It's actually a great mix, which is smart. It hits the whole aftermarket. You see support for technicians, sure, in automotive and heavy-duty programs, maybe at community colleges, but also students going for business degrees with an aftermarket focus, even people specializing in new stuff like EV diagnostics or supply chain management. It's really comprehensive. They're trying to fill talent gaps everywhere, from the shop floor right up to the executive offices. Every part of the industry gets attention.
And this isn't just a recent spike, right? You mentioned consistent growth.
That's right. The sources show consistent growth over its history, and they've gotten even more organized, you could say. They mention even greater progress with the formation of committees to address marketing, scholarships, grants, and contributions. So this structured approach with dedicated teams helps them do more each year. They can focus their efforts, be more efficient, and react to what the industry actually needs. Shows real maturity.
Right. So when we talk about these figures, these scholarships, it's not abstract. It's hundreds of actual people every year getting the support they need to build careers in this industry. These are the future mechanics, the parts designers, the managers, the innovators. And that's how the industry builds the expertise that ultimately benefits you. It builds trust when you take your car in. You know there are skilled people available. Okay, it's obvious the UAF isn't doing this alone. It sounds like a real team effort. So who are the people, the organizations backing this mission? It must be a pretty wide network.
Oh, it absolutely is. It's a true community effort, pulling support from all over the industry. It really shows how much they believe in this. You've got dedicated individuals, let's see, like Richard and Lisa Byrne. They've reached the Gold Lifetime Trustee level. That usually means a really significant long-term financial commitment, a deep belief in the foundation's work. And then you have major family foundations, like the Prince Family Foundation. They became a lifetime trustee too, and they specifically fund the Larry and Sandra Prince scholarships through UAF.
So these trustees, they're not just writing checks. They sound like active partners helping guide things.
Exactly right. And it goes beyond individuals and families. Major companies are heavily involved. Companies like Clays and Rotomaster, Sylvania, Yokohama Tire, they've all recently become lifetime trustees. It's not just a list of names. It shows how deeply the industry itself invests in this, from personal legacies to big corporate support. That's what keeps the UAF going strong.
And it's not just about money, right? The sources mentioned a strong volunteer spirit, too. Like a lot of people giving their time.
Yeah, it's actually pretty inspiring. You have groups like the Young Auto Care Network Group Yang, that's for pros under 40. They've partnered with UAF's Coffee Club, which sounds like a great way to connect with younger talent. That was reported March 2025. And get this, the UAF recently commended 118 aftermarket professionals. These folks volunteer their time just to review scholarship applications. That news came out in May 2025. 118 people.
Wow, that's really something. It makes you think, you know. My old mechanic, brilliant guy, always knew how to fix the latest thing. But you wonder, how did he get started? How did he keep up this level of volunteerism, this industry buy-in? It feels like they're all working together to make sure the expertise doesn't fade away. But I mean, the aftermarket is huge, right? Millions of jobs, tech changing constantly. How does the UAF make sure its impact is, well, significant enough, not just a drop in the bucket?
That's a fair question, a really important one. And look, they can't fund everybody, that's true. But the UAF approach is strategic. They focus on fostering quality education and filling those really critical skill gaps. By supporting key programs, by helping develop the curriculum itself, they create a ripple effect. It influences the standard of education for many more people than just the ones getting direct scholarships. And by targeting those emerging areas, EV training, advanced diagnostics, they ensure their investment has the biggest possible strategic impact. It's like a rising tide lifting all boats. It's about smart, targeted influence, not just sheer numbers.
That makes sense. It paints a picture of a really robust system. You've got industry leaders, young professionals, everyone actively building this pipeline of talent. It's definitely forward-thinking, ensuring the whole aftermarket stays healthy for years to come, which, again, benefits all of us who rely on our cars and the people who fix them.
Okay, so for anyone listening who might be interested, maybe you, maybe someone you know, how do you actually tap into these UAF opportunities? It sounds like a great resource.
Yeah, there are definitely clear ways in. The UAF is very active in promoting scholarships. Like there was news back in January 2025 highlighting a record amount of automotive heavy-duty scholarships to be awarded apply by March 31. So
Yeah.
clear deadlines. And we also know from that same time, January, that specific programs like the Bush Memorial Scholarships and the Federated Car Care Scholarship open up then. So there are specific windows and often, different programs for different needs or specializations within the industry.
Right, so it's targeted, not just one big generic application, but specific opportunities.
Exactly. And remember, it's not just about individual scholarships. The UAF also gives grants for developing educational courses. That helps make sure the teaching materials, the curriculum, keeps pace with how fast the industry changes, stays relevant. The foundation's board actively encourages industry support, donations, maybe to honor someone or mark an event, and they directly link those contributions to ensuring the training and of education needed to continue to strengthen the automotive aftermarket industry. It's the whole package, students and the education system supporting them.
So for you listening, if you're thinking about this field or you're already in it and looking to advance, this is a pretty clear signal. These are real pathways. Financial help, educational support, ways to maximize your career potential in an industry that's clearly investing in its own future and looking for talent. It looks like a path to a really essential, rewarding career. So let's wrap this up. We've taken a deep dive into the University of the Aftermarket Foundation, an organization that, since 1986 has been quietly but really powerfully shaping the future of a critical industry. Through millions in scholarships, grants for better courses, and just this amazing community support from individuals and big companies, it's paving the way, ensuring we have the leaders, the skilled professionals to keep our vehicles and the whole aftermarket system running smoothly. So what's the final thought here for you? Maybe next time you're driving or just thinking about your car, consider this. The UAF story really highlights how important it is for any essential industry to invest in its own future talent proactively, not just waiting for schools or government to do it. It's a model of, like, collective foresight, self-sustaining expertise. Makes you wonder, what other invisible engines like this are out there, driving the sectors you depend on every day, ensuring they innovate and last, even if you never see them? Something to think about.